In the next few moments I'm going to try to discuss a subject that's been on my mind for a long time and I always wanted to talk about it. It mainly focuses on the origin of rock and roll and the evolution of music, pretty much. Did you know, and I didn't even know this until not too long ago, but apparently rock and roll was originated, well, first it was created in the 1950s, in which it originated from music like R&B, blues, folk, and country. I did not know this. So what does this mean? It means that it kind of, it's kind of like that music evolved. It went on to become something else. That music kind of mixed together, meshed, and it created something called rock and roll. And then what happened? Over the years, bands came out like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and they started creating subgenres. You see things like metal come out, alternative rock, hard rock, mathcore, there's a bunch of shit. It just goes on forever. And at the same time, we see other things that originate from the same things rock and roll does come out in a different direction. We see rap, R&B, there's the new R&B obviously. We see hip-hop, reggaeton, a bunch of things. And they're all basically coming from the same thing. These subgenres, they continue to spread out. The newest thing now, apparently, and what plays mostly on the radio is, you know, the new metal. We see bands like Linkin Park, not so much anymore. Slipknot, Mudvayne, you know, and now I don't know a lot of rappers. I don't listen to the radio too much anymore. I kind of lost faith, you know. But we have Chameleonaire, Ja Rule, Busta Rhymes, whatever. And before that, you know, Tupac. They kind of created that kind of thing. They're kind of like the pioneers. And what I'm trying to really talk about here is that we can't really be hating on anything. For instance, if we listen to Rage Against the Machine, some people will say, oh, well, Rage Against the Machine stole from rap. But the funny thing is, they're not really stealing. They're just taking from the same source. It all came from the same place. It's kind of like if the next day 50 Cent picks up a guitar and starts playing a solo in the middle of one of his songs. It's okay. Because not only is he creating something new, but it was almost as if it was already there. Music continues to evolve, and that's a good thing, I guess. What I'm worried about now is that people are taking advantage of this, and the majority of singles, I don't even know why singles exist. They get played on the radio, a bunch of stuff. We're starting to see things like Rihanna. She has a song called Umbrella. It's so ridiculously annoying, that song. But whatever, it's her thing. So okay, let's say My Chemical Romance releases 30 more albums about some dead chick because they already know it works. For some reason people buy their albums. Or if Slipknot with their next album coming out in August figure, okay, let's just go with what works because we know it sells, because our last 3 albums went platinum. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Let's just keep ranting on about how we hate everything. Let's say fuck you to everybody. I mean, they even said fuck you, Alice Cooper. We don't give a shit, you're old. You had your time. I guess that's okay. You don't always have to look to the past. But at least respect everybody else. I mean, I used to be very ignorant. I used to say, okay, I don't like that music because they're just a bunch of ignorant monkeys talking about bullshit that they do on the streets. You know, whatever. Now I've kind of had like a surge, I don't know. It's like I realized, whatever, you know, to each his own. Everyone has the right to their own thing. That's okay. But what bugs me the most is that, for instance, a single to I don't even like singles. a single from a band will be played on the radio 4 times a day. That was planned already by the record company. So that band, when their album finally releases, like for instance Panic at the Disco that had 4 singles before their album even came out, their album is gonna fly off the shelves. Who cares? I mean, nobody knows how they play live. And we have a little problem here, guys. We just realized that we put so much little magic and sugar over their stuff and their album that we forgot this guy can't even sing. What is he gonna do live? Oh well, let's push him out. He had the hardest time of his life, but for some reason people didn't care. They were, well, we're talking about like 15-year-old girls here. They're like in love with that shit. But I'm talking in general. Music is constantly growing, changing, spreading, and unfortunately degenerating. People go with what's easier, with what sells, and they forget that they're supposed to be writing music because it's something that they care about. I hope that, you know, this will change, or more bands will step up, because all of my favorite bands started in the 90s, and they're coming up to now, they're like their 7th or 8th studio album, and I know that they're not going to be around anymore by the time I'm, you know, like older. By the time I hope to be in a band, my favorite bands are going to be gone, and I'm going to be saying, well, my influences are Incubus, Tool, Smashing Pumpkins. Oh yeah, that's right, they're all gone now. Oh man. And what do we have now? We have Protest the Hero, Slipknot, Linkin Park. I mean, I don't care about the bands. They didn't touch me the same way. Whatever. I guess we'll always have music CDs for that. Now even bands have the hardest time selling, you know, with free downloads and LimeWire, and it's like they're having the hardest time selling their albums because people figure, well, just download, what's the harm of it? But there are thousands and thousands of people doing the same thing as you, and these guys can't get a break. Meanwhile, the best-selling album last year was High School Musical 2. The second was Hannah Montana. Miley Cyrus is worth 3 times as much as her father ever was. I'm starting to question people's intelligence here, if they're going to actually listen to that. Come on. Come on! Think. Open your eyes. Or at least don't push your beliefs down our throat. Well, signing off. I have a job to do.